You take JP saying, because there was one question I had listening to him. If the Giants can get up to $40 million a year, well, hey, they're at $320. If they do the Yankees not just go, okay, fine, $320?
They might.
Are the Yankees, who have been in the media for 4 weeks now, basically saying, Aaron Judge is our master. We love him. We have told him that we love him, and we're buying him homes, and we like all of these things that they've said. Are you telling me that they've got some sort of financial cap that the Giants don't? That would kind of surprise me, and that matters here. I'm sure Aaron's agent would love the Giants to get to 320. And then the Yankees go, fine, 320. And then he calls the Giants back. The Yankees just matched you. How about 340? And do the Giants do it? And how far does this go? And it's easy for us fans. We've made the analogy like buying a home, right? Your home was $18 more per month over 30 years because you threw another $50,000 on it. And it's like it doesn't really – it's easy for us to say that, and I believe that, but I also know that baseball teams, they don't run themselves that way. They do have caps. They do have numbers that make them uncomfortable. I don't know what that is here.
And I think the Yankees would have that number before the Giants would have that number based on what you and Bonte and Joe were laying out in terms of what they already have committed. You got 32 for Stanton, 36 for Cole, Donaldson, 21.75 this year.
Old.
And you've got Luis Severino's 15, 17 million for Rizzo. He just got signed. So you already have so much on the books that, you might be a little bit more reluctant to throw extra money at Aaron Judge.
It's a good point. Yeah, the Giants have way more flexibility, by the way, not just in the Yankees, but anybody. All right, so let me address that other thing because I'm going to annoy you here. I don't mean to annoy you, but I have to say something that I believe to be very, very clear fact that I hear a lot of people dismiss.
Just so you know, if you say you're going to annoy me, you can't then say that you don't want to annoy me because going in that it's going to annoy me and you're going to do it anyway.
But it's your fault that it annoys you.
See, now you're starting to really annoy me. You're annoying me before you're even ready to annoy me. But go ahead.
It's your fault.
I came in annoyed.
You're going to be annoyed, and it's totally your fault.
Okay, that's so great. I get it now. I'm starting to understand you. Deep dive in Mark Willard right there.
All right. Here's the thing. Stop acting like the San Francisco Giants are your local minor league affiliate. Stop it. I can't hear this anymore. Oh, why would you leave the Yankees to come to the stupid little Giants? This is the San Francisco Giants. Why are you spitting such an inferiority complex? This is not the Pirates. This is not the Marlins. I'm not here to tell you it's the Yankees or the Dodgers, but it's often been called Red Sox West. If you try to convince me this isn't one of the top 7 brands in baseball, you won't, because you're wrong.
What's the number one brand in baseball?
The Yankees.
Okay.
The Yankees. But the conversation I hear makes it sound like he's going to the Marlins or like he's going to go overseas or something. This is the Giants. You got to stop acting like this is some second-rate operation.
You're aiming that at me, and I'm not the one.
I'm not aiming it at you. You're the only one here. I hear this everywhere. Yeah, Kyle. What am I aiming it at you?
Here.
Okay.
Also here.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle, you're here.
We didn't call we didn't do a roll today. We didn't call our attendance.
Like you're barely squeezed in between Dibs' right shoulder and this black bar on the left side of the window. Like I see your left cheek and half of your smile.
Cheek.
That's what I see
inside.
Yeah,
that hurts.
That's good.
Anyway. You get what I'm saying? I hear this everywhere. And
I just want to quickly counterpoint with this. If you look at their roster, it feels like a 4A baseball team in many ways.
I got you. And I know that part of that is a reaction to now because I know that the Giants, through the years, the home of Barry Bonds and Buster Posey, all of a sudden are like, so now we've got slates. I understand.
The San Francisco River Cats.
Right. You're like, oh, we've got Yaz batting third. I get it. I totally get it. But that's not the only way that a free agent is going to look at this, okay? It is a team that, even with its lack of star power, is 14 months removed from 107 wins. You got to stop the inferiority complex, acting like this team hasn't won 3 titles in the last 13 years, the home of Bonds, the home of Posey, the second biggest brand on the West Coast easily, and a top 7, I would actually contend, maybe even top 5 brand in Major League Baseball. It's the damn Giants, with a building that, by the way, until last year was largely full for 20 years. Yeah. And they know they've got a great fan base if they offer them something, which is what they're out there trying to do right now. So, look, there's a lot of work to get done. They have ended up in a bad spot. They overplayed a little bit of how smart we are last year. I'm with all of you on that. But this idea, why would Aaron leave the Yankees for the Kalamazoo rattlesnakes?
You're overstating it.
I'm not. No, this is not a top 7 brand. It's not.
Fine. It's a top 7 brand,
okay,
but you're leaving the number 1 brand. That's the part that you're underselling.
I'm not underselling it. I'm the one who's
saying that you're coming to the A's. Okay. Now, if you wanted to say, the A's are probably the 28th or 29th biggest brand in Major League Baseball right now, we're not making that comparison. The Giants right now, if you look at the roster, you look at the farm system, you look at the attendance, you look at where they are coming off an 81 and an 81 year, you're not leaving the Yankees going, this is an upgrade.
That is true. But that, again, is simply about this summer. And I don't think free agents do that. The Giants need to answer that question. I'm fully with you.
Yeah.
J.P. Morosi said it. I buy it. You're right. The Giants need to answer.
He's more worried about next summer.
And that's fine. Although if you're signing an 8-year contract, I think you're worried about all the summers.
Exactly.
You're worried about the long-term plan. And you're worried about what the roster looks like right now. If they can answer that question for him, and I believe they can, then we got to stop acting like leaving the number 1 brand for the number 5 brand is again, this is not the Durham Bulls. That's what it feels like with so many fans. Like, the Yankees for the Giants? Yeah, the Giants.
Chris A. on YouTube listed the top 7 brands, and I think he's right. Yankees, Mets, Red Sox, Cubs, Cards, Giants, and Dodgers. I think that's a good, solid top 7.
Yeah,
I'll buy that. And then, from there, you could start to pick and pop on where you would go next. But I think that from Chris A, that's a very solid top 7.
Agreed.
So among those top 7 brands, only the Cubs right now are probably in a worse spot in terms of Major League roster composition. The Red Sox would be down there as well.
Yeah, and they're going to probably lose Bogarts too. So you wonder about what the Red Sox have been doing. Honestly, for about 3 years now, starting with Mookie Betts. Hey, Red Sox, what are you doing?
Pretty much, yeah.
What are you doing out there?
Yeah.
So,
and you mentioned the Giants' attendance, and you take aside the 2020 pandemic year, but it has been decreasing year
no doubt.
over year over year.
Which
so
is
it
why,
wasn't just a one-off this last year.
No, but it's the lowest that it's been since they opened, and I think it's why they're so motivated to go get someone like Aaron Judge. I'm with you all on that. Last year wasn't okay, by no stretch. I just think, though, as a brand, we're making it sound like this team is just some afterthought in Major League Baseball.
I don't think people are.
I've heard that a lot. I mean, why would he leave the Yankees to come to a stupid little campy place like San Francisco? It's like, what?
Well, I think that the sentiment is, why would he leave the Yankees ... to go anywhere?
That I get. I mean, that's essentially what Vasgersian was saying this morning.
Right. So why would you leave the Yankees? And I get the whole idea of Monument Park, and if he's there for 8 more years and he retires as a Yankee, maybe he gets his number retired along some of the great.
Totally.
The Yankees love to retire numbers. I don't even know if there's a single-digit number that's still available because they've retired all the numbers. Yogi was 1, and Derek Jeter was 2, and the Babe was 3, and all the way through. So 99 still available, by the way, for the Yankees.
Indeed.
And no Giants ever wore 99. So
no, not yet. Mike in San Jose here with Willard and Dibs. Hey, Mike, good morning. What's going on? What are you doing?
Hey, guys, great show. Listen every day. I've been in sales management most of my career, and I would say one of the places the Giants missed is that if you really wanted to make a show, you needed to sign someone first, some big name first, because they have no 3, 4, and 5 hitter whatsoever. He's going to walk 250 times his first couple years till they fix that. And I think Farhan and Gabe actually hurt because they haven't spent any money in 4 or 5 years, where the Yankees and the Dodgers spend nonstop.
So, Mike,
I would have tried to land a big name to say, here we go, instead of, don't worry, we're going to work it out later.
So here's the answer to that, Mike. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. You're on the right track, except for that Aaron has addressed this already publicly himself. He already said, I want to do this quickly because I want to get my deal out of the way so that my team can then get to work on the rest of their roster. You're saying you want it in one direction. Aaron has literally said he wants it in the other direction. I think you've noticed no big names have signed yet. Nobody. And sometimes those all have to come first before the big fish. But Aaron has said he wants it the other way around. I think Aaron is going to have – I think by the time we are sitting in these chairs next Thursday, a week from today, we know where Aaron Judge is playing.
I think it happens before then.
It may be. And then all the other names, all the shortstops and everything are going to start to fall in place. And I think it sounds like that's the way Aaron wants it.
Yeah, it seems like he doesn't want this thing to drag on very long. And, he came here for the meeting. He had a great meeting, 2 days. 1 day was the entirety of the day. Yankees have made their offer. Aaron Judge spent time in Hawaii, by the way, while we were in Linden.
Good for him.
He was in Hawaii, which would be a lot cooler if it was the other way around, but didn't work that way for us this time. So he's at his meetings. He's gotten his offer from the Yankees. I don't know if he's gotten an offer from the Giants. I don't know if that would leak out or, whether or not that would come out and then the Yankees would counter. I don't know how that process is going to go, but it feels like we're getting close to the end here.